Now, normally I would not sink this low when it comes to reviewing movies, but this was just too good to pass up. That's right, I'm here to review Sharknado, the answer to the question, how do you know when your career has hit rock bottom, Tara Reid? So, this plot of Sharknado follows some douchebag bar owner named Finn, Finn, Shark Fin, whatever, who discovers that a hurricane has carried millions of sharks to Los Angeles and they're eating everyone. He has to go save his family, including his ex-wife, who Tara Reid plays, and basically stop the sharks from eating everyone. Let me first say, I had no idea about this movie until one of my classmates at Santa Cruz told me about it. We were studying for a final, and out of nowhere he mentioned Sharknado. So the fact that it has Tara Reid in it got my attention in the sense that your career must be in the shitter if you are in a Sharknado movie. And then I found out it was from the Asylum. Now, this was my first exposure to the Asylum, and for those who don't know, it's a production company that's mostly responsible for mockbusters. Basically, they're rip-offs of blockbuster movies and are released in the same year or around the same time as the original movie. For example, we got Transmorphers to tie into Transformers. We got The Almighty Thor, tie into Thor. And most recently, they did Atlantic Rim, which is a tie-in to Pacific Rim, which, as you know, I love. They rarely do original content, but the only ones that I can really name off the top of my head were Mega Shark and Giant Octopus, and now Sharknado. So after seeing Sharknado, I gotta say, this movie had all the elements of a good, bad movie. It's got horrible acting, it's got terrible dialogue, it's got an actress who has this expression of, what am I doing here? It's got crappy CG, it's got sharks, it's got unintentionally funny moments, all the elements you need for a good bad movie, and I almost fell asleep. I don't get the hype for this movie. I mean, if this is what the other Asylum movies are like, then how are they still making movies? I mean, this movie is just so... I know it's a TV movie, so I can't pick on it too much, but for being a movie with a crazy title like Sharknado, and even has the balls to have a tagline that says, enough said, this was boring as hell. I don't know. I almost fell asleep several times throughout the movie, but regardless of that, there are some intentional laughs. There's a lot of continuity errors. Like, the movie opens up in Santa Monica. There's a restaurant on the pier, and throughout the window, like, the water is on the level of the windows. And, like, is this bar on the ocean? So there's stuff like that. The color palette is also a mess. I mean, in the same scene for different shots, like, sometimes it'll look like this, sometimes it'll look like this, sometimes it'll look like this, and it might as well end up looking like this. I'm joking about that last one, but it might as well have, because it was just such a mess. There we go, back to normal. There's also a scene in which our main character tries to save a bunch of kids in a school bus as it's wheel deep in water. Like, the wheels, like, here's the wheel. This is where the water's at. But my favorite part about that is that there's stock footage of sharks swimming around, and it's supposed to be a point of view shot from the kids looking out the window as if the water was above the window, when in actuality it's below the window, and they even show the bus in the very next shot. It's ridiculous. But another thing is that a bunch of sharks fly into a pool, and then for no reason, we cut to stock footage of a great white shark, and I'm like, Asylum, I know you guys are stupid, but come on, you know a great white shark can't fit in a pool. That's just stupid. It's the Asylum. Who am I kidding? But on those weird continuity moments, it really wasn't all that interesting. I mean, maybe if I was drunk or high, it would be more interesting. Which is why I'm going to say, unless you are drunk or high, just don't waste your money on this movie. It's not all that interesting. What a way to be exposed to the asylum. Well. So that's my review for Sharknado, and please don't ask me to review any more asylum movies. Unless, if you guys can get this video up to 300 likes, and bring in 10 people to subscribe to me, I'll review Atlantic Rim, because I gave my thoughts on Pacific Rim. It only seems appropriate that I would talk about the knockoff. As much as I don't want to, I would do it for your entertainment. Like away, bring in 10 more subscribers, leave a comment if you've seen Sharknado, subscribe for more reviews in the future, check out my other channel, AlexG8462. This has been The Cinemas with Mr. Robinson, and remember, know it before you see it. See you guys later.